Hey, what's up? It's Spaz the Magician with a direct message to the person who's been debating with me underneath my vaccine information videos. There are a couple of things that you either don't want to accept or don't understand. So I'm going to clear that up in this video, and then I'm just not going to debate with you anymore because you're picking out arbitrary arguments using irrelevant information and invalid data. So first things first, you asked me to cite a source. I did. You somehow don't want to accept that. It's the WHO. The World Health Organization is where I'm getting my information from. The reason I'm not giving you a direct link is because, first of all, their website is public, the information is public, the data is public. If I gave you a direct link, you'd probably say, use that to argue and say, well, I directed you to where I wanted you to go. No, you go there yourself and find your own data, but it's on there. Secondly, the reason why the data I'm using overrides anything you're saying is because their data is at the top of the list. Nothing else goes above that, which means if you or any source you cite isn't using that data, it's an irrelevant argument or irrelevant data to this point. They have final say. Now, their data could be wrong. Not saying it's not. However, it hasn't been proven to be so yet, and you haven't done anything to disprove that. And until that happens, that is the data you're going by, and that is the data that matters, and the only data we're using during this. That is the end of that. Now, another thing you seem to not want to understand is this is how this works. For the past 20 years, there has been a recorded average death rate every month. The categories are not relevant. The overall death rate has a basic rounded figure. Okay? Now, that will spike either higher or lower on a very, very rare occasion. I think it's happened maybe 3 times in the past 20 years or so. Now, the spike has also not gone above or below an insane amount. So now you take that simple fact and you apply it to the vaccines. The average death rate per month, regardless of category, has jumped. And it hasn't just done a spike, it's done a major spike. And that spike has been slowly increasing every month. What you're talking about here is that a very, very rare occurrence that's only happened in the past, basically 3 times in the past 20 years, has now basically permanently started happening. That did not happen until the vaccines were given. Stop saying that's not a fact. The WHO own website says this. So you take the average death rate total per month for the past 20 years, and then you compare it to now, it has jumped and continues increasing. Their data says it. That is what everything is traced back to. So everything you're talking about is not relevant. I'm done arguing with this. I'm done debating. If you don't understand this concept, then I don't know what to tell you. But everything I just stated cannot be overridden until you prove that the WHO's website data is incorrect. And don't try going there saying it wasn't there or I'm reading it wrong. The data is very clear and it's very concise. That's the end of this. Please learn what you're talking about. Spaz Magician signing out.